That's all good. Give me a sec. Alright, there we go. We'll retry that. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon to wherever. We're here for Transnations Formula One's F3 category at the Chinese Grand Prix. We have a couple cars out on track. A new update has come out, so we also now have a track map enabled for us, as you can see in the right hand side of the screen there, which will be helpful for checking out people's qualifying laps. We can see Philip right now is the furthest one across the track, so we'll probably just stay on board in the first lap so you guys can see what the track looks like. Yeah, China's a pretty long track. We've got a long back straight, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen, and a bit of a twisty middle section, so you need to get a car with a lot of variety in the setup where it's got straight line speed and a lot of downforce. So to nail the setup's pretty tough around here, but the setup doesn't win you the race, so we'll see what Phil can do as he heads up to turn 1. Very long and twisty corner here. It did run a bit wide, it looked like, yeah. Bit oversteer by touching the grass. I think he'll continue with it. Strategy should be meeting his hards here, without a doubt. Soft spell in the last probably about 5 laps on a quali tyre, so it's just not long enough for how long you want the hards to last after that in the second stint. So going through the middle sector now, just drifted a bit out wide here. The hard tyres don't have a lot of turn and grip to them, and it makes it extra hard when the first tyre going around on some cold tyres as well. Anyway, going up to the next twisty section here. I don't know if you're on the laptop. And on to the back straight, so you want to try and get power down as early as you can to try and maximise your performance coming down this straight over the DRS line. Activate DRS, reach speeds of about 340 kilometers and on his wheel there, and brake for about 80. Short shift up to second so you get a good exit, and then the final corner you want to try and just keep it tidy through here, keep good momentum, which he looked to do, and he comes across the line to a 1.354, so definitely a lot more time for improvement on that. His teammate Zurich is up next, coming across the line now. He's used all his battery coming up to it. He goes to 34.8, and now I think we should have Thierry coming across the line now. Yes, Thierry's just starting his lap, sorry, so we'll move over to the Williams. Matty invalidated his lap. Who's the next one in the Haas? Woodson comes across the line, also using all of his battery, and he does a 34.1, so he improves by 7/10 over Zurich. We have his teammate now. Nice exit there. He does a 35.6. Now Melvin coming across the line, who has the championship leader, won back-to-back races. He does a 33.8 on hards. So that just shows you how quick he really is in this category here. Getting Quinton by about a bit over 3/10 it looks like there on the time screen. The 2 Ferraris coming across now. Not sure if they're on their outlaps or not. I think Joe's on his outlap, so Bathfield got his outlap too. So we'll just watch these guys go around. They are both on medium tyres. That's something worth noting. Yeah, even though on Joe's car it looks like he's on hards, his fitted tyres doesn't have in the detail. Oh wait, no, they're hards. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong car. He's on hard tyres. Sorry, my bad. And so is his teammate, so don't worry about what I was saying. Both on high tyres. Ooh, Thierry goes to 33 flat on mediums. As you'd expect, the mediums are a quicker tyre around here, so maybe we might see an alternate strategy from Thierry. So look like a pretty clean lap from Joe so far, and also his teammate Matthew in the background. Going to the back straight now. Joe's able to keep a lot of power down. Matthew follows that quite nicely as well, actually. So maybe Matthew might get a bit of slipstream here. Might be too far out. I'm not too sure. The gap, yeah, looks just too far. So unfortunately, I don't think you get any slipstream there. Yeah, if I accept it too, that's just the Red Bull of either Harry or Jose letting him through. Through the final corner now, the two Ferraris go. Joe's going to come across the line first, go up to second with a 33.7, and Matthew's going to go to 33.6. What laps from... They're very strong laps on the hard tyres, so these guys have been practicing, it's clear to see. I think we got Melvin back in another lap though, so we're going to go on with Melvin now. So he's probably going to be one to compete with those laps that Matthew and Joe just put in. Been 1/10 apart from each other, that's really nice. I think we do have a spin at the final corner here. That was Harry. He's lost his front wing, so it looks like he's come out of the final corner and just used a bit too much power and lost traction, hit the fence. So he's gonna have to do another lap. That was on mediums, so he'll have to go in again, put a fresh set, and then come out again. So Melvin picking up maybe a little bit of slipstream there, wouldn't have been a lot, but anything improved the time around here. Shifting up the gears quickly, keeping momentum again through this final corner. Just a lot of the inside curve. Doesn't invalidate his lap, that was a bit lucky there. Splits the two Ferraris in P3 there. So very Matthew coming in pits with no fuel. And it looks like we got calls on a lap. He's just overtaking his teammate and Melbourne. Williams going down the back straight on a lap, so we'll get back to calls there, but Matty's invalidated his lap again, so no need for that. Maybe one of the Red Bulls are on their lap. Yep, so we have Jose on his lap coming across the final corner now. What can he improve to on medium tyres? Keep that in mind. So he should move up to one of the top two positions, which he does with a 32.9, just dropping Thierry back, just under a 10th. Back onto claws now, coming into the penultimate turn after the back Dero straight. Hard on the brakes. Ooh, a bit too late on the brakes as well, it looks like. Is not going to finish his lap. I hope I'm broadcasting this game, I'm not talking to myself. I just got a notification that I wasn't, so I'll quickly go and check before I keep doing anything. Alright, sorry, whilst I was checking that, we see Philip move up to third place on medium tyres with 33.3, so he's a bit off his peers there, and we also have Jack. Oh, he's retired from session now actually as well, okay. We also have Jack starting his lap, so remember he's on wheel, still trying to learn it. Yeah, as you can see there, so we won't worry about him too much on this race. You definitely need a lot longer than 3 weeks to learn how to drive on a wheel, so yeah, you just need a bit of time for it, and China isn't the easiest track for it, with all the long sweeping corners it has. So it's good he's giving it a go though. Who else is on the track? It looks like we have a Red Bull. Harry on an outlap. We have Belford, who was on a lap, sorry, I didn't even see that. He comes to the final corner now as well. So he's going to improve on his hard run. Moves up to the line, and he does. He moves up to P4 and improves by 0.3 of a second. So that separates. If the qualifying session was just hard, he'd be on pole by about 0.2. We've just seen Matthew Coyle set the soft tyres on the telemetry now in the garage, and his teammate Joe is on mediums on his outlap right now, so something worth noting. We also have a Mercedes of Zurich about to start a lap, and behind him Harry. So we'll watch Zurich for about half the lap, watch Harry for the other half of the lap, and then move over to Joe in P6 for the rest of the lap. So going through turn 1, looks like it didn't look like the worst, and you come out wide and come back in for a try to keep all the momentum. It is a big key factor of this Chinese circuit, momentum. Yeah, he's 3/10 up on the on his best time at the moment, sorry. But yeah, you need a lot of momentum around here. Keep speed up throughout the corners, because there's no real stop-start corners besides the penultimate one after the back to air straight. So yeah, we'll move on to Harry now. He's actually behind Joe, so no, that must be Matthew Coyle. It's Matthew Coyle. Alright, so we'll stick with Zurich a bit longer then. See what exit he can get out of here. It's really important to get a nice one. Looks like it's a bit 50-50 with the throttle. We'll see what Harry can do with it. He's also on medium tyres. Saving a lot of his battery for his back to air straight. He gets the throttle down pretty early, it looks like. Didn't lose so much traction either. Now moving on to Joe for the rest of the lap. He was able to keep a lot of straight line speed there, and he also gets a toe from his teammate, which is going to help heaps. But we'll move on to Zurich because he's coming across the line now. He's on medium tyres. Where's he going to improve to? 6. Now Harry goes a bit wide. Don't think it's invalidated. Zurich only got 6. Harry moves up to 3rd, just off Terry's time, and then we're going to see Joe, who did have that slipstream from his teammate there. Very crucial. And it moves him to 32.8. So that should probably do it about 2 or 3/10 there. He definitely got his teammate definitely helped him out a lot there. What we could see now is the same back, because Matthew just came out to give him the toe there on soft tyres. So that's something worth noting. So he might track back on medium tyres and go out for a lap. Meanwhile, we have Nate here coming into the final corner. Yellow's in sector 2, that's just people on their cooldown laps. Nice exit there from Nate. What's he gonna do? 33.8 on mediums, so not the strongest time for him. He's a quicker driver than that, so maybe China's just not his track. So Terry's back in another outlap on the same set of mediums he's already set a lap on. So we'll have a bit more worn mediums towards the end of the race. Who do we have on a lap? I'm just trying to see. I think the next one is starting out lap is going to be Claus in the first house. Claus comes up to the line to start his lap now. He's going to be followed by, I think that's Matty Smith, I think it is, in the Williams in P11. So Claus, as you can see, was very his car's sliding a lot there. So there's the thing I was talking about at the start of the session. You really need a good setup when you're racing around here. There's no point just driving but be sliding everywhere. You're gonna make sure you always have a bit of power down in the rear tires so that your car's actually pulling and not sliding everywhere, which we saw a bit of at Claus at turn 1. He's in nice amounts of track there, just dipping the right front and right rear across the riffle strip. Onto the back straight. Power down nice and early again, as we always see from most of the drivers. Even going to Matty also gets the power down nice and early from the sounds of the gears. Wasn't the best run through there though. Moving back onto Claus. Some of this lap he went really deep. That might have been his teammate Quinn, but moves to a 33 flat. So very strong lap time there. Put him up to P3 at the moment provisionally, but a lot of drivers are going to come across now. Finished off. We just saw Matty move up to P6, only 1/10 off at the moment, so it's very tight between 3rd to 6th even. I think Thierry is on his lap now, going to the penultimate corner. We're going to have a lot of cars coming through, so mind me if I make a mistake, because there's a couple more. Oh, only 3 cars actually. I can do this. Alright, Thierry up to the line. Doesn't improve on his old medium run. Yes, he does. Goes up to P2. I think he's followed by Matthew Coyle, who didn't get a tow from his teammate. Might have been Speedy actually. Not too sure. Joe, sorry. Right. Matthew Coyle up to the line on mediums. He should improve by a lot. 32.6. He beats his teammate's time by about 1/10.5 there, and that is definitely the quickest we've seen of the weekend. But we're going to have the championship leader, Melbourne, coming up to the line now, using every ounce of his errs and every clean run through the final corner. He goes to P1 instead with 32.5. So, I think that's going to be the results for this session. Claus isn't on a lap, nor is Matty, so we're just waiting for these two to come into the pit lane, but that's the qualifying session over for now. I'll run you through the championship standings before we begin, so you guys can get an idea of who's on top, all that. I'll just get it up on my phone, sorry. Alright, so after the 2 rounds that we've had at Australia and Bahrain, we have Melvin Shabaka in P1 on 50 points, followed by Claus Christensen in the Haas on 20 points, and Joseph Roberts in 3rd on 19 points, Oliver Coleman, who isn't actually here this weekend, on 18 points, Ludwig Sal, who I don't think's here either this weekend, 18 points, Matty Smith in the Williams on 15 points, Daniel Budwall, who's not here either this weekend, he's on 12 points in P7. Then who's the other one in the house? Sorry, Quinton. I'm not going to worry about saying the last name, but Quinton is in P8, Matthew Coyle P9, and then Ferrante in P10, Harry in P11. I think Philip in P12, then I think that's a reserve in P13, so I won't worry about reading that. Then Thierry P14 and everyone else has no points. So, That's the championship standings. Melbourne already has a 30-point lead going into China, so he'd feel very confident throughout the race with this. Something worth noting as well, in the latest update they released, there was that track map that I was talking about, but they also increased the chance of safety cars. So if there's a crash, there's a pretty good chance we're going to see one. If someone DNFs from the session, yeah, the chances have gone up a lot more, and it means instead of, it can spice up strategies and all that, and yeah, I guess it brings back the racing aspect, because everyone gets bunched up again, and then yeah, so they all go at once. It's like another race starts. So hopefully we see at least one of them today. I'd like to see one, that's for sure. But the drivers have just finished off selecting all their tires and fuel that they're going to start for on the race, and with that, rounding out the P1 position for the second time first time, sorry, even though it's championship late. First time this season we have Melbourne Shibaka. In P2 we have Matthew Quayler. P3 in the other Ferrari, great performance by the Ferraris in qualifying. Joseph Roberts in P3, Thierry in P4, Jose P5, first Red Bulls, then the first of the Hasses in P6 of Claws, Harry with a good qualifying session in P7, then P8 we have Matty Smith, P9 we have Philip, P10 in the other Mercedes we have Jurek, P11 we have Nate, P12 we have Quinton, who I think is usually a bit higher up. I'd say I'm a bit surprising to see him back there. Probably just couldn't get a lap together. And then in P13 we have Jack. So he might get points this weekend if people crash out. It's just main goal for him is finishing these races. They're pretty difficult. So anyway, I'm going to turn off the track map before then we have pit stops and all that. That's where I think I'm going to use them. I'm going to try to keep it limited. In quality it's a good thing to keep, but in the race I don't think it's very necessary other than the pit stops. As the drivers come onto the back straight now, there's a lot of them swerving, trying to warm up their tyres, probably doing braking, try to warm up their brakes, so that when we get going for the 28 laps we have around here, their tyres are already warm. I'll quickly check the comments we have. Crash into turn 1, yep, I'm hoping so as well. As bad as that sounds, I'm kind of looking forward to the safety car if one comes out. Write down your top 3 predictions as well in the comments. I'll read over them, and yeah, at the end of the race we'll do a drive of the day as well. So please stick around for that, see who gets it, and we talk to the podium drivers. Anyway, the drivers now line up to the grid. There are some disqualified. I think that's Quinton. Oh, it might not be Quinton. It's definitely Nate and Claus maybe. Anyway, everyone is now lined up, waiting for the 5 red lights here at China to get underway for round 3 of the Transnation Formula 1 eSports category. 5 red lights. And away we go. It looks like Melvin and Matty got a pretty even start, but then the launch comes in from Matty. Matty moves up side by side with Melvin, goes up inside, Melvin gets bumped. We look at the rest of the field, I think that was an 8 a bit wide through turn 1. Everyone keeps it pretty clean at the moment. We have a wide on the entry of turn 2. Bit of moving and shaking. Everyone keeps control of their car. For the meantime, we have a bit of contact here at the back. I caught onto that just. Okay, move it up, back up to the front. We might have seen a few dive bombs there. Down into turn 4. Melvin follows Matthew after that brilliant start he had. Just got the power down real strong, and he's now in a Ferrari sandwich, so he's going to try to get out of that as quickly as possible for sure. Nate's dropped down to last position, I think. No crashes as of yet. We see Jose going very wide there. Just trying not to lose control of his car. Up to the massive back straight now. Oh, we got yellows in sector 3. There is a collision. People have damage now. It's only yellow flags at the moment. No safety car as of yet. Not quite sure what happened there. It looks like Claws came out the worst of it, but no one making a move into the penultimate hairpin. Couple in the back though, making a move. Nate's moves up to P9 after all that carnage. So I think the ones that got affected were Harry, Philip, Jack, and Claws. So yep, you see Jack going in. I think Claws, to be say, did have a bit of wind damage there, but anyway, we'll see what these front three can do if they pull away from the rest of the field or not. If when you get Darius, it's very hard to break around this track, especially with that massive back straight. We got two tracks in a row, that being Baku next. They just have really long straights and make the racing really nice with all the Darius involved. Heading through the middle sector now. We'll ride on board Joe a little bit here, see what the front two are doing. A little bit deep there. It's not a place where you want to have a bad run, because it leads straight onto this back straight, and you're not going to flat out run onto it. Definitely, you could definitely be open for a dive bomb from someone else behind you. But I think we have a couple of cars going side by side at the back here. We also have Jurek going to make a move. Jurek up the inside. Oh no, pulls out a little bit from Matty there. Nate goes really deep. Next to Nate, he's on the alternate strategy on those hards. I don't put that in mind, but so is Quinton. Already moving up a couple of positions. No one being able to make a move in the back of the field there. We've just seen that Joe is just struggling to hang on to that DRS there. It's going to be an important factor whether or not he can sit with these two at the front, otherwise it's really going to affect him in the race. I wonder if we could see a little team game if Matthew decides to just slow down a bit on this lap, so that his teammate can put a bit of pressure on Melbourne in P2. It's going to be interesting to see if there's Ferrari tactics. There's yellows in Sector 1, Sector 2, so I think someone has spun. No. Just a little glitch and fault in the game. Claws has put on fresh hard set of tyres. So onto the back straight we go again now. DRS will be enabled for this lap, so you get about, I think it's half a second worth of pull with the DRS here on this back straight. It's going to be interesting to see. We have a lovely rear view shot of Matthew's car here. Melvin can't brake late enough to get it. We'll check back down the field a little bit more. These guys should all have DRS. Two Mercedes. No one making a move in that little train. So back up to the front. Oh, we can see Melvin trying to go up the inside here at turn 1. He did set the fastest lap of the race, but then Jose reset it himself. So, oh, Jose's off. I'm not sure what happened there. Jose went flying off at turn 1 in the background of the screen. He does recover into P5 though, so that just shows you the gap these guys already have, because it would have taken a while to recover from that. Back up to the front two now. Matthew's just going to have to stay within this DRS. And Joe's just in a little bit of a world of his own at the moment. Not where you want to be on this track. Being open to the DRS strike from the car behind. Hi Mural, how you going, man? Sorry, that was the chat. Back onto the back straight. Why aren't you racing, Mural? Alright, that's enough questions for you. Back onto the back straight. Matthew will now have DRS. He's only got it in only got his battery in medium. Well, Melvin had his on overtake. You guys can't see that, but there's a little 4 or 9 number on his steering wheel that comes up, tells you. So I think Melbourne gets a much better run than the two Ferraris through the final corner. I take that back, that was all pretty even. But Melbourne does set the fastest up of the race on a 36.8 with the overtake going into turn 1, but that DRS definitely helped. There was a bit of movement shaking in the back of the field, so I missed that. We might see Harry trying to go for a move here on Phillip. We jump on board with him. Oh, there was a little bit of contact. Just unsettles Phillip car a little bit. There's a bit more contact. Phillip does have that wind damage, which is making Harry want to get past. But now, I think Harry also has some wind damage actually. But now Harry's vulnerable. Yeah, he was vulnerable, and he's been overtaken by Quinton and all that. So now he's got two cars with wind damage in front of him. Oh, Harry's also got wind damage. All those three have wind damage. My bad. Anyway, moving back up to the top of the field now. Melbourne's just about to escape that DRS. Looks like 9/10 of a second within it. And then now over a second DRS detection point. We'll run on board Melbourne's car. You'll see a little white line coming up. Oh, they've already gone past it. Don't worry. Take that back. You might see the white line there. Here, white line right there. That's the DRS detection point. So if you're out of a second there, you're not going to get it. That's all you got to be. You could be about 1.5 seconds back here, but if you're within a second over that mark, you're right. We see Nate going up the inside of Matty Smith there in the Williams. Nate seeming to have some good race pace here on the hard tyres, so he's going to have real quick tyres for his end of the race. Melbourne sets another fastest lap of the race, extending his gap in P1. Harry trying to go for a bit more points, and I think we just saw Phillip come in. Yes, we did. Also Matty. So Matty in very early on those medium tyres and pull a long hard stint. Back up to the front a little bit now. Two Ferraris still following each other, but they're going to have to help each other out if they do want to catch up to. You can see just how much time with that helicopter view Matthew Curl actually, how much time he pulled on the other two behind him there through the long right handers. The quicker you get the power down, you're going to have such a better run down onto the back straight, and throughout the race I think Matthew's been doing that, and that's what's separating him against Thierry and Joe. Melbourne pulling about a 10th a lap at the moment here. He doesn't set fast up the race this lap. Go back to the field. Looks like Harry made a little mistake and he's fallen off the back of Quinton a little bit there by about 2 seconds, so it's a bit unfortunate for him. He does lose that DRS and he goes in. I'm sure we'll see a wind change in a second. We'll see where he comes out compared to Phillip. I think Phillip's going to jump in. Phillip is in the Mercedes on the back straight, keep that in mind, going into the final corner now. So we'll just go on we'll stay with Harry, but you can see Phillip's coming up to the final corner now, so I think he might jump in. There goes Matty. There goes Claus, and there goes Phillip. So Harry lost a lot of time with that little mistake he did make, because they're all on a little train there, and unfortunately for him, he's lost out big time. You can see this time they're already back on the back straight again. Ooh, going very low, getting the power down a bit too early that time. Terry's falling out of that important DRS, and the two Ferraris only have it on each other now. No one else on the track is within DRS range of each other, so a bit disappointing that everyone's already fallen out. hoping that the end of the race or a late race safety car could spice things up a little bit. I'd definitely be keen to see one. So the mediums should be falling off very shortly. You want to pull these to about lap 11 or 12. Yeah, then you can get the most out of your hard tyres towards the end of the race. Just stick with these front runners for a little while until we see their pit stops maybe. As I said, not much going on in the back of the field, so each of them look to have about the same gap at the moment. Melvin definitely hasn't been able to pull away by any means necessary. We check his battery, it's on about 54%, Mackie's on about 54%, Speed's on 46, and then Thierry is on 42. That engine glitched up. But yeah, real hate. Anyway, Jackson, new tyres. See how much time Joe can make in this semi with DRS and slipstream here. Mackie did have a good slipstream from Melbourne there. Keep that in mind. Anyway, we'll let you ride on board. Oh, yellow's in sector 1. What's that for? No one. Oh, Jackson. Oh, just held that. Cool. We'll ride on board with Melbourne this stuff, and I'll let you guys just get a clear indicator of a lap around here. Alright, so as you can see that was a near perfect race trim lap there from Melbourne, and he put a lot of time on Mackie there. Yeah, that was pretty much ideal from him. Nailing every apex cleanly, and that's why he's our championship leader. He's able to control the car so nicely and throw it into each corner with confidence. But now we have a battle for the second step of the podium with 3 drivers including 2 teammates. We'll talk all over it. I definitely think the battle between the Ferrari drivers and the Toro Rosso drivers, Thierry and Daniel, are going to be a good one throughout the season. But if Joe and Matthew keep picking up their game like they have done for China, so check what those flags are for. Sorry, I'm someone in puncture. It's for Jack, but let it remember. Anyway, DRS going down the straight. As you can see, they all fell out going around the final corner. Joe dropped 8 tenths and Thierry dropped a second. Waiting for the pit stops that are coming up now, definitely not far away. Gaps It's only 4 tenths between the two Ferrari teammates. Will we see him move into one? No, too far back. Didn't worry about challenging it. Very unfortunate what happened to Jose. That's why I looked back on there. If you saw me flick back, because he's dropped 7.5 seconds to Thierry, and that's through a lot of the DRS that these guys have on each other. They keep pulling by about maybe half a second a lap, and Jose's just not able to compete with that. But yeah, he's just going to focus his own race, and if his late race safety car comes, which I'm not going to let go, I hope one comes, you can change anything. Show right a bit deep there. Leaves himself open for Thierry a bit. Depending on the run Thierry can get, goes a bit wide. Not ideal. Just moved into the inside. I thought about it there for a sec, but could be a magician to pull off one of them. Little battle at the back of the pack here. The 10th place for the single point. These guys really going to follow each other onto the back straight with DRS. Ooh! Matthews in the pits. That's what it was, sorry. So, Recoil is the first one to react into the pit lane. Oh, and so is Thierry actually. So both of them going at the same time. I'm going to watch this battle down the back straight real quick, and then I'll move back up to that. But we're going to see Philip move up onto the inside. He does, there's a bit of contact there. Yellow's in sector 1 and sector 2. I'm going to try and check what that is. Nothing again. Game's fine with me. So, whilst all those battles were going on, sorry, we saw. We saw Matthew Coyle pit and Thierry pit, and they had come out split by Quinton on the hard tyres. So, no, that's just. Quinton's gone wide, so that's a free ticket for Thierry to get by. But Thierry's already lost that much time. Already lost that much time to Matthew up there, 2.5 seconds. They're now right behind each other in pit lanes, so that's what impeding car can do here. Very unfortunate, and hopefully it doesn't affect his race too much after all the pit stops are done. Wilkinson and Joe both reacting at the same time. Is Jose going to react as well? Yes, he is. So a lot of Jose just narrowly missing there. We'll turn on the track map again, see where all the cars are coming out at. Jose gets 5 seconds speed in the pit lane as well. I think these guys are both going to get their teammates. Melvin definitely comes out in P1 very clearly. Now with the two Ferrari boys. Matthew just scrapes around the outside. But that's not going to stop Joe from trying to keep the position. It does show medium tyres on Matthew's car. Ignore that, he's on hard tyres. Always look at the straight on the left. So the whole field is on hard tyres at the moment. That's all you got to remember. Thierry 1.7 seconds out of that DRS. So if these two Ferrari boys can work well together. They can close the gap very quickly. Very quickly on Melvin, and they can also extend a bigger gap on Thierry back there. We're going to see a move from one of the Ferrari drivers down the back straight. Don't think we will. Too far out, unfortunately. These guys are going to have to overtake Nate very shortly. Nate's still in P2, almost 12 lap out has yet to pit, and that ultimate strategy. And we're back here as all the back runners get DRS in each other. This is where you see a couple more moves. These guys got nothing to lose on their race. Oh, we just see Matthew Coyle go quickest. Then we see Thierry go quickest, so Thierry really wants that DRS back. Comes in some pits. Philip getting very close to Harry there with the DRS. So the two Ferrari drivers are now within DRS of Nate. They're going to have to get around him very quickly. They don't want him impeding their races all that much, because if they get blocked too much, Thierry comes into the equation again. Up the inside, Matthew gets the job done very early. And by forcing Nate a bit wide, that's going to help his teammate a lot. Oh, maybe not enough. I don't know, we're definitely going to see a move from Matthew down here. He's going to try break later on the newer hards. Joe's going to follow him for an absolutely brilliant move. They're still side by side, so it's not over yet. I thought he had the job done. He gets bumped a little bit wide, they go side by side. Joe has to use a bit more of the track to take evasive action. But they're still side by side on each other here. Ooh, I don't think there was any contact. I think Nate just got a bit of a jump there. Jose goes quickest with 34.6, so still showing he's got some pace there. And both the Ferrari drivers get the job done in winning 2 DRS straight, so now we're going to see what Thierry can do. And Nate, we're going to see Nate going very shortly, actually. Well, unfortunately, he jacks off again. That's going onto the back straight. I think he might retire the car here. Very close now, the two Ferrari drivers. Hoping to see a move here from Joe. We've only seen Matthew lead the two of the teammates. Unfortunately, you get a lot of dirty air coming out of that final corner there, so it really affects your performance. And look, 8/10 is the gap now. I don't think Thierry's going to be able to make a move on Nate here either, unfortunately. We might see a move from Claus here on Philip. He's had to brake so he doesn't get front wing damage. Oh, and he's just lost all performance in his run. Nate's gone in pits, we're going to have a look at where he's going to come out at. So, check the track map. You can see all the cars going down the back straight now, so he's still going to go in, change tires and come back out. We think he might come out just ahead or just behind. I think he's going to come out just ahead of Harry. Let's see. Harry coming into turn 1 now, and there's Nate. So Nate moves into P8, but he's going to have... Ooh! This guy's still going at it at the back of the track here. We're going to see Nate be very quick on those medium tyres. About a second a lap quicker than his peers. So he's going to try... Yep, right there you go, that's enough said right there. We'll get on board with that now, actually. Sure, too far out. I think Nate's going to try and make a move down here, and so is Claus on Philip. So both Mercedes drivers under fire. Oh, and that's not what Nate needed right there. losing another position to Harry. That's affected him a lot. Now his tyres gonna have a bit of grass in them as well. Definitely not what he needed. Anyway, back straight now. Claws, what can he do? Opens CRS. Gets to a speed of about 10 kilometers quicker than Philip, and Philip runs deep, leaves this wide open for Claws, and has to concede it, unfortunately, but he's going to have Darius in his main straight now. He may do anything. These guys might have to pit again as well. Very old hard tyres here. So Nate now has to try and get Harry as well as Drew, so definitely not what he needed. Jose not being able to make too much ground on the cars ahead of him. Back up to the front with the two Ferraris. Will we see a change this lap? Matthew's just so much quicker out of here than Joe, but the gap's only 5/10 now heading to the back straight, so we may see an overtake. I think Joe definitely has a lot more straight line speed. He thought about braking later. He wanted to keep the nose there just to let his teammate know he's there. Couldn't quite get the job done though. That's the closest he's been this race for sure, without a doubt. I'm making a move in his teammate. His engine and tyres were definitely overheating a lot, trying to sit behind him the whole time there. Not what he needs. Oh, but Matthew's had a poor run through turn 1, it looks like. Will be under threat, not through here, but after this little straight down into turn 4. If Joe's close enough, he can definitely make a move, which he's not. Moving back down the field, Nate's still not being able to make up too much time. Terry now within the DRS range. Oh, no, he's falling out. He's right on the brink of it. Couple moves in the back of the field there. Might see Harry also going. Oh no, yeah, still bits for straight. I see, yeah. Harry's very close. Oh, he thinks about setting it before the straight. Oh, that's not very handy for Joe there. Picks up 5 seconds for exceeding track limits. Harry's going to go side by side with Jurek around the final corner, and Nate's just watching this, salivating, because he's going to have a double DRS toe. He might be able to make a move on both of them here. Jurek's under a lot of threat. He moves to the inside, 3 wide down into the hairpin. They leave enough space for each other, and Nate gets the job done, does he? Oh, Harry gets wide now. Nate gets the job done with a double overtake. That's a lovely move, and Harry holds on to P8. So, Harry moves up the inside to not even gain a position, and Nate just takes advantage of both of them. Leaves them hanging for dead. So, can he make up the 4.7 seconds to Matty Smith, who's on very old hard tyres? They're going to fall off at the end of the race quite severely. We check penalties in the front. I don't think I've seen any from any of the others battling for a podium. Only 1 warning for Melbourne. Matthew Coyle has 1 warning. Then, speeded with a straight 5 seconds. That's, he might try review that. Thierry has 2 warnings, 3 warnings, maybe 1's for contact. And Jose has 5 seconds, so something to keep in mind. I think Jose's secured P5 pretty strongly there, unless the safety car or something happens. Joe had a pretty good run on the back straight though, if you notice that. Drake going to be able to make a move here in a hurry. I think he's too far back as well. Yeah, Harry keeps B8. Nate's already pulled a second on these guys. 2 seconds. But he hasn't made much ground on Matty at the moment. Oh, I think no, I saw the gap go to 6/10, and I thought Jared had a really good run onto the back straight there, but oh, Phillips left the session, so he's gonna have an AI car going around for a bit now, and that's definitely gonna take him out of contention for any points he may have tried to get. We'll change the interview to position changes here, and you can see all the top 5 haven't even moved across from one another. And then we have the first of the drivers, Matty Smith in P6, moving up 2 positions, Nate moving up 4, Harry dropping down 1, Jurek moving up 1, Quinton moving up 2, Paul's dropping down 5 positions from P6, and then Philip, who's not in the session anymore, dropping down 3 positions from P9. Everyone's made 1 stop besides Jack, who is now in stop 5, I think that is. At least he's still in the race, getting all that practice up, nothing wrong with that. You can see the gap between, I'll leave the track map on now, you can see the gap between Melbourne to the next little battle pack there for P2. Then, oh, that might be Jack who's spun around. Yep. Then the next little battle pack. Oh, well, then you see, sorry, Matty on his own a little bit there. Next, Phillips thrown back. Then the next little battle pack of P7 with Nate and all that. And so field's quite spread out. Unfortunately, no one's with each other to try and make any moves. It doesn't make it the most interesting race. Gap to the leader, you can see 7 seconds goes back to Matthew, then 30 seconds to Matty Smith, and 40 onwards to Quinton. So very spread out field. Fastest lap, Jose still holds on to it. He might even be able to make a pit stop if he really wants to secure that fastest lap. The real question now is probably Claus's tyres are going to make it to the end of the race. I don't think they will, and also if Matty Smith's tyres are going to make it to the end of the race, they might. Definitely something to keep in mind. Gap 6/10 of a second. Last time it was this close. He just pulled out of the move, not actually completing it. What can Joe do now? He just stays behind him. Might just be trying to save battery and all that, or the end of the race. Nate's 2 seconds now. So Matty's tyres are really starting to fall off, and Nate still have a bit more time available in them. Jack's unfortunately retired from the session now. He's had enough. At least he was he stuck around for 23 laps. It's a good effort. 1.7 between Nate and Matty. Melvin's still going on. We have a comment. Yes, love this. Alright, what is it? That's it, Jack. It is good practice, man. I know it's tough doing it, but I don't know if you're being sarcastic there or not, but putting in the laps definitely helps, man. Everything helps, so keep doing it. Anyway, back with the race, we see Gap only 3/10 now. Joe doesn't quite get the running knees onto the front straight to make a move though. And that's what, oh wait, maybe. This massive toe, as you can see. Oh, I thought he'd try to go around the outside there. So when Matthew Queller got caught off guard there, you saw Melvin move up the inside in turn 1. And after that happened, there was no coming back, unfortunately, for them, for the two Ferrari drivers. So I'd say it's a good place to catch people off guard, because I think they're clear after the back straight, and then that happens, and yeah, they come on the thread again. Anyway. Gap's only 9/10 of a second now between Matty's 5th and Nate. All the drivers at the back trying to hang in there, but don't think he's close enough again. He does break late, 6th to nose there. Remember, Joe also has the 5-second penalty. Whether or not he gets that removed would have to be a post-race investigation. He might be close enough to make a move with the DRS here, actually. Here we go. We might see it up the inside. Up the inside he goes with his teammate. I think Matthew Coyle will let him go a little bit there, but he's going to try to switch back maybe. No, it is 6th in P3. Let's. Joe knows there, but now Joe has a lap to lead of the Ferrari crew. What can they do? They've just kept Thierry within DRS range here. Nate within DRS now. He has made it there. Jose's actually catching up to these guys quite a bit, so if these guys have a real late race battle, Jose's going to be right in it, and at the moment, Joe will drop to Joseph. Joseph's going to move up to P... Jose will move up because of Joseph's penalty. Phillips, that's the fastest lap. Knowing he's out of contention for any points, it might as well still the fastest lap. Still no move. Oh wait, we might actually. Sorry, I didn't realise we're on back straight here. With 3 laps to go. Hey, just showed the nose of his car there. Jose picks up 3 seconds, so he will no longer take the position of Joe. who's going to come on top out of these are. So I keep forgetting Joe has that time penalty, and it just, yeah, unfortunately it kind of affects the race it's going to be played. Melbourne coming into the penultimate turn to start the second last lap of the race, lap 27 and 28. He's once again not had the most exciting race, and I think he's going to pull out his point tally to 75 points now. This time can they get the move done? Only half a second in it now. He picks up the DRS of Matty. Matty swerves left to right. Gets the job done before the break is over, but Matty brakes late, tries to contest position. There's a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact, but realistically, I don't think that's going to do too much. Matty on 20 lap old hards. We're also going to see Quinton trying to get Harry on what now are 20 lap old hards. Claw's still got on 23 lap old hards, so great effort by him. Gonna say move here. Oh no, not yet. Too soon. Quinton's definitely gonna try to get this move done on Harry, although Quinton's tyre is quietly on 13 lap old medium, so very worn for himself. So Melbourne just went across the line to start lap 28 of 28, the final lap of the race. We'll jump on board with them towards the end of the race. Oh, we might say move here. For P2 of the Ferraris. No, I think Matthew knows there's a time penalty there. It's not going to worry about it too much. Oh, Quinton picks up 5 seconds, so that's going to be his chance and shot of P8 gone, I think. You know, might move down to P10 after that. Righto, moving into the final couple of corners now with a big straight in between. We're going to have Melbourne extend his championship lead. Now moving him on to 75 points. I think it's going to be another very dominant race. Was behind in P2 for about 2 laps, I think, and then he bolted after that, so not much to say, but another clinical race from him. He's in every bit of his he has left for his car. He's going to come up to the final corner now and round up the race in P1 once again. Congratulations to Melbourne Shibaka, another race win for round 3 at the Chinese Grand Prix. In P2, we're going to have Matthew Coiler followed by Thierry. In P3, oh, I think Jose's going to jump. Oh, no, he's not because of that 5-second penalty. So, Joseph Roberts in P4, Jose P5. All these, oh, mate, swerving a bit on the straight, you can't do that. You might see Quinton making a last lap dive bomb on Harry here. Harry goes defensive, doesn't let him do it. P6, we're going to see Nate come across the line on the alternate strategy. Great on P7, Matty Smith, P8, Harry Elias, P9, Jurek, P10, Quinton with that time penalty. And then P11 will be Claws on 25 lap old hard, surprised to get puncture there. And P12, Philip. So we'll invite the top 3 to the party. I think it's Thierry, Matthew and Melbourne. there's the podium celebrations. We've just invited them to the party, so they'll join us after the podium celebrations, I'm sure. So round 3 of the Chinese Grand Prix over. Here are your results after the race. You can see Melbourne winning by 11 seconds over Matthew Coiler, Terry P3, 13 seconds back. Then we have Joseph Roberts, Jose, Nate in P6, Harry P7, Matty Smith P8, Jurek P9, P10 Quinton, P11 Claus, P12 Philip, and then P13 with a DNF for Jack. So, had a few of the drivers join the party now. Before we get started, just so everyone can hear you, make sure you go in your party settings and then change your voice to be shared to always allow, or just for this party, so that people can hear you. So Thierry, we'll start with you. Can you hear me? Alright, perfect. Congratulations on P3. It looked like you just sat behind that little battle between the two Ferraris there most of the race, and was struggling to keep within that DRS. What was your verdict on the race? Yeah, well, again, congratulations. It looked like a pretty clean and tidy race for yourself. Yeah, not much to talk on about, but congratulations on P3. Looking forward to seeing you in Baku. We'll move on to Matthew Coiler in P2, first of the Ferraris. Again, you led your teammate for a majority of the race. You had a great launch off the start, moving up into P1. What happened? How did Melbourne fall off? Yeah, it was about a 10th in it. Yeah, or yeah, he just pulled a lot through that middle sector and everything, but it's a shame you couldn't hang on to him. Again, congratulations on P2. You bump up 18 points now in the championship, so yeah, looking forward to seeing you in Baku as well. And now Melbourne, another race win, this time from P1 to P1. What happened once you saw Matthew go across at the start, because he had a much better launch than you? What was your plan after that? Yeah, and again, I think you caught him off guard making the move down into turn 1. Everyone kind of everyone anticipates a move down into the hairpin, but yeah, putting a move there with DRS, it was a pretty clinical way of getting past him. So, congratulations for yourself. You're now 75 points on the championship, 3 from 3. Hope, as bad as this sounds, hopefully someone can stop you in Baku. No, alright, so that rounds out the Chinese Grand Prix for the Transnation Formula 3 category. We're looking forward to seeing you same time next week for Azerbaijan. I'm Bailey Ford, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.